Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Well, Jim, pleasant to be here.
Larry, you put out a news release just the other day. What was in it?
Yeah, we had a news release out, Jim, on the March the 20th, and it was that we'd filed 3 CIP patent applications for the lithium-ion battery recycling, and those patent applications are included in our initial patent applications, so this is a real good stepping stone for the company. I mean, we're tying up every loose end that we can, and the patents were to do with the recovery of graphite and carbon from battery concentrates. When you grind them up, you're able to separate the graphite off of the battery concentrate. And the treatment of the electrolyte solution, which is a necessity because that's involved in a full battery, and so it's got to be dealt with. And the separation of aluminum from the cathode active material, which we've talked about quite a bit in the last little while. And it's although it's looks like it's somewhere between 90-95% successful in getting the cathode materials out, we can continue to work on that, throughout the time that we have it to try to get it at the higher rate. But right now is, you look at the foils and you can see that here and there, partially on the shredded pieces, there's some cathode material. So I'm just estimating that, we could be losing 5 to 10% of the cathode material in the foils, and like I say, I'm not going to say an easy situation to resolve, but it would certainly be a situation that we could resolve in getting those recoveries up of the cathode material. Now, that's the glues that work on it. I don't know why it all doesn't come off the same way, but, there's got to be some reason for it. And we'll have to address that, once we're getting further towards commercial production, because we want to get all the cathode materials we can. And this is off the scraps. So that's a big item. And if you follow the recycling news or the battery news, you'll see that China has pretty much shifted away from lithium iron phosphate batteries. Now, those types of batteries, the phosphate's not a high-priced metal. And so consequently, it's dicey whether you could make money doing lithium phosphate batteries, because you'd have to make all your money on the lithium. It's possible we could, but we're happy to see them move into NMC, and they're using the 622. 622 just means that it's for 6 parts nickel, 2 parts cobalt, and 2 parts manganese, and that's the ratio of the materials in there. And that's what we've done all our calculations on, Jim, for our 3-ton-a-day plant. That's where the numbers come from. So because that seems to be the most popular, getting to be the most popular chemical formula out there. And I'm also reading, whereas there's not enough batteries out there to make an economic presentation for recycling at this point. But I beg to differ with that, with the scraps and with the 100,000 or so that reach the end of life a year. That there's plenty out there. It could be $1 billion business, and that would we certainly want a big piece of that. So that's where we're moving ahead on that, and but I'm really proud to say that Cometco and Norm Chow did a lot of work. I mean, he worked 24/7 to make sure that these CIP patent applications went in before the issuance of the patent, because that's the best time to have them in, and it's a lot less work that has to be done on the individual patents. And so that's a big milestone for us. We'll have more patents coming up. We're about finished at stage 1 and 2. I know that we've talked like it was completed, but we actually had only the 500 kilograms of the solution from one stage with the lithium, cobalt, aluminum batteries, and now we're in the stage with the NMC. And I think that's done, and I've been distracted. I've had some family emergencies this week, and so I've been a bit distracted, so I can't give you the exact date, but we should be working on the stage 3 to 5. So that's where we stand with that. I'm happy to see that we're still getting lots of queries, and people always say to me, where are you going to get your batteries from? Where are you going to get your product to recycle? And, well, we get almost daily, we get requests from all over the world that they want to send us their batteries, EV batteries, other types of batteries and everything else. We usually push those over to the Netherlands group because they can treat that and put it in an inert form where once we're up to and able to recycle their products, we can do that. But for all intents and purposes, everybody's talking about recycling at high 90s or 100% and doing that when they don't even have a solution in hand. They don't realize that our solution came from a process that we already had, which was our manganese process, which we spent millions of dollars on, and adapting that process for the other metals and what it took to get a patentable solution has cost millions. We probably spent $10 million on this recycling route, counting the manganese. So it's not cheap. It's tedious, and there's a lot of work, and there's a lot of repetitive stuff, and you have to go back and redo some things, and it just goes on and on and on. We've done thousands between the two of them. We've done thousands of bench scale tests, and that's what gave us a lever up. And I'm certainly not complaining about that, because we've tied up that metallurgical solution. And that total metallurgical solution we have, if anybody was to try to use that, that would be patent infringement, and we'd certainly go after them. And so we try to keep our eye on anything that's happening out there, because our patent was published last July. And I was just telling the group in here that when you tried to get on the site where it was published, it was a lineup to wait. And it was slow, and that was because there were dozens, if not hundreds, of companies that were going in there and probably copying off that solution or reading that solution on the site, the patent application. And so it would not surprise me if some people were not trying to build a plant that used our solution. But like I say, we've got the WIPO patent application, which protects us in 152 countries, and we will very soon have the patent number. We've been assured that that the patent is approved. So, what more can I say? I think the company's in fantastic position, fantastic position. The more they talk about recycling, even though the claims may be a little boisterous, it still brings eyeballs to that sector, and I think that's going to catch on, for AMY, sooner than later. So that's short today, because I've actually been out of the office a lot. I've had to go out. I've had a family emergency, so it's not like I've been here full time. And I wish everybody a great weekend.
Larry, where are you traded, and how can people get more information about American Manganese?
We're traded on the Venture Exchange, Toronto Venture Exchange, under the symbol AMY. We're traded in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF. We're traded in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. You can get all the information you need by visiting our website at AmericanManganeseInc.com, or you can phone the office here at 778-574-4444, or send me an email and at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com.
Larry, thanks for the update.
Thanks, Jim.
I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on March 22nd.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.